Hi everyone, today I want to talk about wildfire or brush fire or bushfire. What caused wildfire to ignite and then spread out? Does global warming contribute to wildfire? Or it seems that way because we are more tuned in bad news and social media. Okay, wildfire is a natural disaster and it is one of the oldest nature's phenomena. We had it for millions of years, and maybe the first time human learned to control fire for hunting, then cooking, then clearing land, then communication at a distance, then fighting, and finally recently we learned to use fire in engine to power machinery. Fire happens millions of times a year and it can happen anywhere. But most likely it happened in forest, then in grassland and humans dominated landscaping. Why in forest? Because 31% of dry lands covered with forest. We have 514 forests just in USA, 3044 forests around the world. Okay, what causes fire to ignite or wildfire to ignite? 10% are natural causes, 90% are human causes or human faults. Natural causes are lightning and lava. First, lightning. Lightning is one of the strongest nature's forces because the temperature can reach over 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit and it can kill people, it can destroy properties, forests, trees, everything. We have millions of lighting every day. We can say 100 lighting 1 second. Right now we had 100 lighting somewhere around the world. And lighting can strike one location twice. What is vitrification? Vitrification means that when the lighting strike on land or on the sand, it converts the sand to glasses. Okay, when the lightning strike trees, 50% of trees die immediately. Some become vulnerable to diseases. Some are stronger, they survive, like leadwood trees in the Sequoia National Park. This is a picture of redwood tree that hollow out but survive, and people go inside it and take a picture. I want to show you the picture of Paradise City in the California that 2018, 88 people died, most of the properties destroyed, and but some of the trees survive. I hope these are clear. If this picture is not clear, I believe this is a little bit more clear. You see the houses demolished. Now we go to lava. We know on Earth annually we have approximately 35 volcanic eruptions. So lava flow and extend tens or hundreds of miles and damage or destroy anything in their route. I want to show you a picture of, this is a national park in Mongolia 2012, damaged tree, and somebody is cutting down the lower branches to save the tree. So now we go to 90% of fire that human causes. Number one, overhead power line. I can tell you from year 2015 till now, 8 out of 10 fires in LA or disaster fire was because of the power line. We had 2019 the Getty fire that started from North Sepulveda, and one on our street that the branches of tree fell on the power line and created fire. I want to show you this picture that over 30% of wood poles, here you can see, are older than 65 years. Number two, or we can say arson. The recent fire in Australia, nearly 200 people have been arrested for arson. These are people that for financial or political interest, they burned and destroy life of other people. This is so sad, unbelievable. These are people with no conscience or humanity. Anyway, number three, gasoline. Number four, we can say campfire or fireplace, indoor or outdoor fireplace. Sometimes people pour water on the fireplace and or on the camp stove, and after they are done with cooking and think there is no more spark. Couple of years ago we had a barbecue party. 2 hours after the party, I tried to broom the ashes on the ground, and I realized 2 spots on this dustpan has shows a burned area. I'm lucky I didn't throw these ashes into the garbage can. Okay, number five was discarded cigarette. I never smoked in my life. Unfortunately, people tap on cigarette butts, throw it out of the window, throw them on the ground, and they assume there is no more spark. That's not the case. And also dropped matches also can create fire. And then we can talk number seven, the grinding and welding activities. Number eight, we can talk about clearing land. It could be for agriculture or building or any other reason can cause fire. And then electrical equipment. This equipment could be for agriculture, could be in manufacturing, in the businesses, or even at home, like a stove, like a iron, like a toaster, and also all of the candles can cause fire, drop and cause fire. And also railroad track creates static electricity and create spark. Also hot car exhaust can create spark and cause fire. We have millions of fire around the world, but few of them become disaster because the fire needs fuel to become disaster. 4 factors are fuel for the fire. The most important one is the strong wind. You know, the fire in 2019 in our neighborhood and also in Australia recently, the speed of the wind was 70-80 miles per hour, and all of disaster fire that had a strong wind. I want to show you why we have a lot of fire in LA, because we have Santa Ana wind. Santa Ana winds are the wind that start from the mountain and dead valley that it's very hot, the air is hot, move towards the ocean which is cool and create Santa Ana wind. This is the right time I show you that the wildfire also create tornado. 2000, it is very rare, but it happened 2018 in the Redding city in the Los Angeles in California, which killed 4 people and injured few people. You know, the wind starts from Pacific Ocean, which is a cold air, and move towards a fire. If there is a fire, we know the air rises is extremely hot. Cold air, hot air rotate and create tornadoes in the fire and around the fire. Okay, number 2 is the breeze and again logs saved for the fireplace outside or inside the house. Number three is the mismanagement of forests and grassland. Unfortunately, the last 30 years, environmentalists in LA, in California, in Australia had a strong influence in government. They believe we have to leave the nature alone as it is. And also recently I watched a TV, I was shocked. One of these environmentalists came and said, we shouldn't have any more babies till all of us died and nature become strong and safe. Unbelievable. Anyway, they prevent and they won't allow logical forest management. Number four, we can say ember. You know, when any property catches on fire, especially home, most likely they have a lot of wooden deck or walls or floors or doors that burn very fast. When they burn very fast, they can create tiny pieces of wood, very light, very hot. And this hot and light can blow out by wind and create fire further down. It happened even on our street. Couple of hot pieces, you see, hot, light, and extremely light. You know, this is a picture of actually year 1988 that there was a fire in Yellowstone. Fire is also beneficiary to forest. It gets rid of damaged trees, dead trees, old trees, infected by insect or weak trees, and also it spread the seeds around. You know, every flowers create every year 10 to 50 seeds. Pods and also cones can create hundreds or thousands of seeds. You see, they dry out and you won't sometimes even see the seeds. But fire opens these cones and spread the seeds around, and they spread and sprout. Why? Because burned vegetation become like a fertilizer. They cover the seed and plants regrow. Here, after 10 years, these are lodgepole pine trees in the Yellowstone that they started to regrow. That's nice, and you see a pine is still available, 1988. I want to show you interesting information. This data is from American Association for Advancement of Science that show us from year 2000 till 2015, 15 years, all of the forests around the world grew 9% more. It means that we had 378 million hectares more forest than before. It means that 2/3 of the size of Amazon. Why? Because we have increase in amount of CO2 every year in our atmosphere. It is essential for the plant's growth. And that is why the earth is greener. They are looking at earth with the satellite. It is healthier. Last year, 2019, we lost 1 million hectares of forest in Amazon. Also, this picture, I love this picture. That's why I brought it for. This picture shows that when there is a fire, helicopters on plane pick up some water and pour it on the smoke and fire. But also, it shows that we have 3 satellites, actually NASA satellites, Aqua, Terra, and NOAA's Suomi, that they take a picture of all of the smoke and fires every 5 to 15 minutes, and then this data directly sent to land directors. They have a spectroradiometer, multi-angle imaging, because they work with infrared light. That's why they can do that. And also that is important to know that after fire there are 2 satellites. One belonged to NASA, Landsat. The other belonged to European, Sentinel-2, that go and take a complete map of burned area, and they provide these data. Okay, this is from the World Atlas. Top 15 worst fire in the world. Nothing is 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. Constantly here on the radio or TV. These are the worst fire ever happened. This is not in the social media. Anyway, the worst fire happened 2003, and I have in Siberia, Russia. It shows that lots of debris, and it happened in forest. A strong wind also destroyed 47 million acres. Taiga was the name of this fire. This shows the rest of the fire. We don't have time, but I identify the color brown is Canada, color pink is Australia, color greens are United States. I want to just talk about two worst fire in United States. Some people think that 1910, which is number 8 here, was the worst fire in the USA because it was combination of 3,000 fire that burned Idaho and Montana and Washington. Most of this area was burned and killed 87 people and burned over 3 million acres. The reason for fire was lightning and locomotive spark. But some people think no, the worst fire was number 11 here, October 8, 1871. Why? It happened in north, actually Wisconsin. Peshtigo fire was the name of it. It covered 3.8 million acres, but the worst thing was approximately 2,500 people died. Some people threw themselves in the river and still they burned. The reason for fire? Small, clearing land that got out of control. Why? Because of strong wind. And that was also very sad. Killed, also destroyed 120 million trees. Anyway, I want to show you another data from Wikimedia. They tell you, oh, we have more CO2, it is global warming, every year the temperatures goes up, we have more fire, more disaster. That shows that in Australia, the worst fire was not 2019, 2020, it was 1974-1975, that more than 9 times it was greater the damage for fire. So it was worst fire 1974-1975. Okay, if the CO2 was the reason for fire, we should have lots of fire in Death Valley. Of course, we can say heat wave, drought, high temperature increase the risk of fire. It is not the cause of fire. I want to show you Death Valley first. You see, this is Nevada Sierra area. This is Great Valley, and this is a Death Valley, 3,000 square mile only, but extremely hot. First of all, I want to show you, if we have a wet winter season or early spring wet season, we are going to have amazing mega bloom, which happened in California the last spring of 2019. And many areas like Temecula and on, people came from around the world to take a picture. But anyway, this is Death Valley spring 2019. 3,000 square mile covered with these bushes. And I want to show you this picture. These bushes, some are few feet tall. And by summer, because the temperature rises and goes over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, all of these bushes dry out. So if there was a temperature causes fire, they should have many fire. I have checked up to 10 or 15 years, they didn't have any wildfire, except 4 years ago they had a small fire in the ladies' room of National Park of Death Valley. Somebody threw the cigarette butts in the garbage can, and 3 firemen put out the fire. This data may be interesting for you. This shows that in 1972, the surface temperature in Death Valley was 201 degree Fahrenheit. In climatology, air temperature is much more important than surface temperature, because anytime you check, they tell you, oh, year 1913, the air temperature in Death Valley was 134 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 56.7 degrees Celsius, the hottest location on earth. I just want to show you such a hot area, we don't have fires. So global warming or CO2 has nothing to do with wildfire. I left the best data for last. If it had, every year in United States, number of wildfire, the area burned should have been increased. But these data show 2019, we had less number of fire than 2016, 17, 18. And actually, we had 25,000 less fire 2019 than 2017. And also, we had 5.4 million less acre burned in 2019 than 2017. So please don't listen to these propaganda. They are not true. And if you like the video, please send them to your friends. And I hope you'll be safe and happy. Bye.